Capricorn. Hi Capricorn. Welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your month ahead June reading. For the reading, guys, we're going to use the Wandering Star Tarot by Cat Pierce. And what we're simply going to do, we're just going to do one card at the top to have a look at what you need to focus on for the month of June. And then we're going to do a 10-card reading. And we're just going to read freestyle and see what we can find out for the month, okay? If you'd like to order a reading with me, guys, click on the link in the comment section below. Okay, Capricorn, so the cards are down. Let's have a look at what they're trying to tell you. So, what is it you need to be focusing on for the month of June? The Chariot. So, the Chariot could be, I mean, just to be really simple about it, could be a car. It could be something to do with transport, car. Could be movement. It could be progress. It could be taking control of a situation. It could be a journey. It could be taking the reins in a situation. It could be controlling something inwardly. It could be kind of moving something to the outside. The Chariot's one of those funny cards where it can talk about internal control, so controlling one's emotions, or if you get it with something like a Seven of Cups, it's controlling the imagination, for example, or it can be something, it depends on where the Seven of Cups is. If the Seven of Cups is in the outside, then the Chariot controls the imagination. If it's on the other side, before the Chariot, it's usually a dream that is now manifesting, because the Chariot also brings things out that are inside, if that makes any sense. But also it could just simply be that there needs to be a decision made. You need to make a decision whether you're going to go left or whether you're going to go right, or whether you are going to go straight on. It's a number 7 after all, and 7s often indicate the idea of choice and decision making, because he rules the 7s, and one of the 7s is 7 of Cups. So it may be this month, Capricorn, the focus needs to be on movement, progress, journey, travel for some of you guys, choices, control. Taking charge actually is another meaning of the Chariot card. The Chariot is a major arcana, so one of the lessons of the Chariot in the major arcana is all about taking control of a difficult situation, or just taking charge of something. It's a card about courage and bravery, just like the Strength card is, or oh, there's another card, or just like the Emperor is. Those types of cards would mean to put oneself in a place of control, and the need to have courage to do that. Let's have a look at the situation around that. So we have you've got the Devil card here. So the Devil often represents the idea of being stuck, or being enslaved, or being chained. When you get the Devil energy, it can be a card also of temptation and seduction. It can be a card, you can see on here anyway, it's got the meanings on the top of here as well. So you can see it says on the top of here things like desire, which is what I was talking about in terms of seduction. The shadow self is one of those things, and the fear is also another thing with the Devil energy. So, and it's about major fears. So when you've got the Devil card, it's a big fear, something that can completely just take over your life 100%. But it can talk about just being enslaved to things, enslaved to the material world, for example. Sometimes when you get the Devil in, say, for example, I don't know, something like a Knight of Coins or the Ace of Coins, it can mean that you're absolutely kind of bound and you're chained to the work that you do. Sometimes when you get that combination, you haven't even got a work-life balance, because somebody is working hard because they're enslaved by work. They're enslaved by the work that things that, enslaved by what work that they do brings, the material, money, financial security, that type of thing. So the Devil can mean kind of many things. What's the next card? Okay, so I really feel that, the Devil and the Queen of Cups, I often read this as being somebody who's probably enslaved to their emotions, for example, or it could be somebody who is very emotionally manipulative, because the Devil does all sorts of things. It's a ringmaster, it's a puppeteer, so it's often the card of manipulation. And so this could be, it could be a case of there's a manipulation going on here, or maybe there's some sort of, negative situation surrounding this Queen here. Obviously, Capricorn, this isn't you. This could be somebody else, but also it could be you, but it could just be a facet of you. The Queen of Cups tends to be when she's sitting amongst negative cards, somebody who's quite moody, somebody who's emotionally kind of manipulative. This is the type that likes to emotionally blackmail people or make people feel that it's all their fault and it's not her fault and that type of thing. She becomes quite a, I mean, on the reading here, they've got things like creativity, compassion, intuition, and they're all very nice things, but also the Queen of Cups can be a pretty moody individual. I've got to be honest with you. She can not be very nice when she's kind of sitting amongst people like the Devil energy showing there. Wow, yeah. I mean, look. Do you know what I feel? I mean, when you get the Queen of Cups and the Tower, those types of cards, this is something coming up. This is emotions that have been buried deep, that have just been completely suppressed, and suddenly with the Tower energy, everything comes up. Everything. And I feel that with this Devil and the Queen of Cups energy here, I don't think this is necessarily a person. It could be that it is a person. It could be that there's somebody who is manipulating, somebody who is emotionally manipulating, or maybe somebody's trying to manipulating, or maybe somebody is trying to manipulate you emotionally here, and maybe this is somebody you need to break free from. So looked at in another way, maybe that there's somebody around you who's emotionally manipulative. They're trying to manipulate you emotionally, and it could be that this is somebody that you need to break free from, hence why we have the Chariot being the focus for the month. The need to kind of find a way to move away from someone here. It may be that you need to actually move away from someone here, Capricorn. Yeah, I mean, you've definitely got these cards showing the Tower is freedom, the Emperor is restraint, because it's a structural card. So there's a structure here, and when you get the Tower card, it's not about Tower, sorry, Emperor, it's a card about boundaries, or somebody who is putting boundaries on you. I get the impression when I look at these cards, we've got an individual here who is very sort of... it almost feels like you're bound to someone, or somebody's tying you up, or somebody is manipulating you emotionally. And it feels like you've got to be able this month to find a way that you can break free from the boundaries that somebody has put on you with this Emperor energy. It feels to me like there's a need to start afresh here, to start a new life, for example. The Ace of Pentacles, all aces are new. The Ace of Pentacles is planting the seeds so that you can start to kind of nurture these seeds so that it comes into sort of some tangible new reality. So it almost feels like there's a need to break free from boundaries here, in which you can plant new seeds that you can kind of, nurture and start to kind of build for the future. Because I just feel that there's something here, or it could be a relationship for some of you guys. It could be a work situation, whatever the relationship is. Whether it's relationship, whether it's a family matter, whether it's a marriage, or whether it's, a relationship that you're involved in, whatever the case is, I actually feel, Capricorn, and interestingly enough, I forgot, this is actually you as well, isn't it? This is your major arcana. So in fact, it may be that you are tied to an individual yourself. This could be the individual, and this could be you, Capricorn, being tied to that individual. So for some of you guys, it may literally be with the Devil energy that you, because this is your major arcana, it may be that you, as this Devil energy, is possibly tied to the Queen of Cups. It could be somebody around you that you're tied to, and maybe there's a need for you to break free from the boundaries that this is placing on you, so that you can start to build and you can start to plant new seeds for the future with the Ace of Pentacles. So you, as the Devil, because that's your major arcana, so that represents you, may actually, and also if you look at the snake, the snakes for me in cards often represent the idea of entanglement. So some of you guys may be entangled with this individual here. And I think that, if it's showing the Devil as an entanglement card, in which, because I've just remembered that Capricorn rules the Devil energy, Devil is all about Saturn as well. So Saturn puts boundaries on people as well. It's amazing that we have like the boundary of the Devil and the boundary of the Emperor. They're very similar in that way, in terms of kind of the limitations that they, that they put on an individual. So some of you guys, it might literally as well be that you're being limited by this individual here. Now, this Queen of Cups, I think that when she shows in bad company cards kind of thing, I would actually say that the Tower is very good company this time round, because it's the card that's liberating. This is freedom with the Tower. So the Tower is actually liberating itself from the constraints and from the limitations of the Emperor, and also from that Devil energy, so that you can start to plant new seeds for the future with the Ace of Coins. And I feel that if you are limited by that queen, then this queen must be somebody who's quite moody, who's quite emotionally needy perhaps. When she shows in bad company, like she sits next to a devil, this is somebody who's very, very needy, somebody who's very kind of, depressed often when you get the Queen of Cups. She's not always a compassionate, loving card. She can also be very depressing if she's reversed or sitting or aspected by cards that aren't so good around her. She's quite a depressed individual. So some of you guys, there may literally be an entanglement with an individual here who's making you feel kind of limited perhaps, and it might be that this individual is placing those boundaries of the Emperor on you. They're not allowing you to kind of be who you are, and it's time, I think, in June for some of you Cappies to try and liberate yourself from whoever this individual is, so that you can start planting new seeds for the future with the Ace of Coins. You've got the power to create something here. The Magician is all about, and you can see the key cards: power, action, skill, power, action, skill. So, for me, with the Magician energy, this is all about knowing that you have the skills and you've got the talents and you've got the ability to start creating something new, to start manifesting something new into your life. The Four of Wands. Okay, so the Four of Wands, I would say with this Magician being the card of the manipulator, and also it sits around the Devil energy, and I don't like the Devil and the Magician sitting together. This reminds me of somebody who is a master manipulator, for example. Both cards are very much masterful cards, but the Magician is a master and the Devil deals with the idea of manipulation. Both manipulate anyway. They both do the same thing. Albeit on standalone cards, this one usually is for bad, this one usually is for good, but together I don't think it's a very good combination. But also the Magician is kind of like the illusion card. It's almost like a liar card, and I think sat amongst that Devil energy and that Four of Wands, it almost reminds me of a relationship that is it's not honest. There's a lack of honesty here. There's some illusion around this relationship. Somebody's creating an illusion, I think, with this Four of Wands around this relationship. The Four of Wands isn't a new life for me. Then the Four of, they call it creativity, and they also call it freedom as well on this card. So for some of you guys, perhaps this is time to start creating your own freedom with the Four of Wands energy showing here, or creating your own happiness. The Four of Wands can also be happiness, but remember that the Magician also creates illusions at the same time. The Ace of Swords is truth. Happiness and truth, the Four of Wands, satisfaction, joy. This is a card about joy and honesty, joy and truth. Also, this can be, they've put this down as being a decision, which the Ace of Swords can definitely be a decision as well. And the Four of Wands can be move as well. So perhaps you guys need to be proactive here as well. The Magician also represents the idea of proactivity because it's action orientated, and make a decision. A positive decision would be the Ace of Swords, to move home or to move away from this, because Four of Wands can also be moved. Yeah, you've got to move here. See there as well, Six of Swords. So I would say move home or move away from this relationship. You've got to make the positive decision to move away from this relationship here. You've got to be proactive and make a positive decision to move away from this relationship here, guys. Two of Wands, start a new path. Planning as well is the Two of Wands energy showing here. They call it a partnership here as well, but I'm not going to use the word partnership because we've already got the kind of union here in this card here. So I feel with the Two of Wands energy, it's about planning as well. So some of you guys, or this is kind of taking charge. So it's about making a positive decision to leave this relationship. You've got and also I feel with the Magician energy, it's just saying, to remember that you have the skills, you have the abilities, and you have the talents. Okay, you can create a new life for yourself with the Magician. But I also feel that this month, Capricorns, that it's time to be really proactive with this Magician energy, and it's time to start making some positive decisions around moving away from this home or from this relationship here, and starting a new journey, starting a new life with the Two of Wands, because the Two of Wands can also be about starting a new journey, starting a new path, or planning a new life with the Two of Coins. Like with the Ace of Coins and the Two of Coins, start planning for this new life here as well. If we were to look at these both together, this is planning, and the Ace of Coins would be a new tangible reality. So start planning this new life. So I feel that this month, Capricorns, it really is a month for you guys to really focus on moving forward. And you're moving forward, I feel, from it looks to me to be a very kind of toxic relationship or volatile relationship, because I've got the Devil, which is toxicity, and this is the relationship card of the Four of Wands. So it's time to kind of start moving. And you've also got the Manipulator, the Queen of Cups, and the Magician. So there's just those 4 cards there would probably let me know that this is a very toxic relationship, one in which you're being manipulated by somebody who is the Queen of Cups, by a Queen of Cups, somebody who's quite moody, somebody who's possibly quite needy as well. It feels to me like some of you guys are entangled. It's almost like this person has entangled you into their own emotions, because the Devil for me is an entanglement card as well. So it's almost like not only are you involved in this toxic relationship, one in which somebody is manipulating you emotionally, but also I feel that this person, kind of like a spider, entangles you in their web of emotions. And I feel that this month, Capricorn, there is a need for you to kind of, you can see here it actually says release as well. You need to kind of break, and also the Tower and the Emperor. Now the Emperor is a structure that has been built over a period of time. It's time to break down that structure as well, okay? So this toxic relationship in which your emotions are being manipulated, or you're being manipulated by this Queen of Cups, possibly somebody quite needy, that type of thing, emotionally manipulative. I would say it's time for you to not only break free from this, but break down the walls that have been built up around this relationship over a period of time, in order to start creating, with this Magician energy, a new tangible existence going forward. I feel that it's time for you to start planning this new life here, okay? And it's time for you to be proactive in the month of June and start making some very positive decisions and planning ahead on how you're going to kind of move out of this relationship, guys, okay? Because I just think that there's something for some of you Capricorns that isn't very good. And I think it's really important that you start kind of focusing on how you're going to move out of this, and you're going to start focusing on not only how you'll move out of it, but there's some planning that's going to be needed here with this Two of Pentacles in terms of kind of initiating this new life for you, yeah? Also, you'll notice here it says property, so this is a new home. So we've got the home move here as well. So this is kind of like the home move, because also Two of Wands means a home move as well as the Four of Wands. There's something, and the Ace of Coins is a new property. So there's something about moving to a new property for some of you guys as well this month going forward. And you do have movement cards like the Six of Swords showing up here, and also the Four of Swords. Four of Wands is a movement card. You've also got 2 aces in the reading, which are definitely kind of informing you that there is a new beginning ahead for you in June. Even if you're just starting the process, it's really important. Also, you've got a card of the Tower talking about liberation, release and change as well. And also the card of the Magician talking about new life, new beginnings and creating something new as well. Your only stagnant cards in the reading are really the Devil, the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. Those are the 3 very stagnant cards in this reading. So you've got 3 stagnant cards, and you've got 7 cards in your 10 card reading that are actually moving and changing, and there's new things happening around you. So I think there is a 70% chance this month for some of you guys that actually and also this card here at the top, that there's a change ahead for some of you guys. And I'm seeing movement, travel. Some of you guys, it looks like you're moving out of a very sort of manipulative relationship, whether it's work-based or whether it's love-based. I'm seeing movement here, and I think that you need to be focusing on that, moving ahead, moving forward and moving on from something that is probably not serving your highest purpose going forward. Okay, thanks for your time, guys. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.